Fellas, Ultron is now in the game. Season 2.5 is here, and the supports are eating great. Just to start off, he kind of moves like Iron Man, so you're always up in the air. It was worded awkwardly that he might be only able to fly sometimes. That's not the case. But I could tell you off the rip, he's going to be a third support type deal. But he's also so freaking strong. But the thing I'm really interested in seeing is his ultimate. Last 8 seconds. Can kill a tank within that time frame. That is important, especially with how things are moving towards more grouped up together team fights over a spread out team. I think Ultron in this current season, the way it's going, he's going to be more than fantastic. And he has a small simple kit and a gorgeous team up as well with Iron Man, which I want to look at first. So just starting off with his team up ability with Iron Man, who very common character, so we should see a lot of him. Basically, he gets Iron Man's Unibeam ability that does damage and heals. It's actually pretty decent, all things considered. That healing just is not good enough. He's almost like a DPS, right? So this is his base skin. Beautiful sumbitch. This is the Ultron one. You know what? Now that I see it more, it does actually look kind of cool. This one is so much better though. My God, look at that. With an MVP, this is the default. Short, simple, short and simple. This is his emote, a little bit of a flex. Now with his abilities, he has his base attack. It actually hits for quite a punch. I don't know if it does I don't know if it crits or not, but 2 shots to the face and you melt the squishies. You got the dynamic flight. This allows you to move faster while flying. Basically every flyer but Storm has it. It's actually very intuitive with the fly mechanic. Very simple to learn, it's nice. The imperative pass, the E, this will allow you to heal your allies in a radius. Very poor healing though. So if your team is being shot at, good luck. So if you played a lot of Adam Warlock in the past, I think Ultron's going to be a great character for that. And so with the imperative wall, if you have a drone on another teammate, you use your second ability and those between you and the teammate get shields. It's not good. It was like, yeah, it's 75 bonus over shield, and then the healing you do just isn't that great. He's very much a DPS who can support a little bit. And then with his ultimate, you get a bunch of other Ultrons, and ideally you shoot at a group where you heal your teammate and deal damage to those around him. You do enough damage to kill a tank, which is important. So his ultimate is extraordinarily strong. And that's basically it for all you need to know. There's not much else. I wouldn't recommend solo ulting because it does take a little bit of time to actually kill someone and you can be killed out of it. How the fuck is the bot auto-locking on Ultron already? Get out of here. So the speed increase honestly is very gorgeous. I'm just in a custom game because I assume I'm not going to be able to really use Ultron for at least a week in regular games. But it's going to be a toughie on how you properly use Ultron, and I think that's going to be the biggest learning curve. Because I think everyone will need to somewhat change up how they play. Because if we put it on Black Panther, we only get the 1. That just heals him, which does nothing. Oh, it also heals yourself. That's really good. And then, yeah, right there, I didn't have it on Black Panther, and I can't really heal him without sacrificing everyone else. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of keeping track of how you do your healing drone. And basically how you're going to play is you throw your healing drone on someone, and then just go and do damage like a DPS. And then if things do get kind of tricky, you pop your C ability if you happen to have Iron Man, which ideally you will, to get in some quick healing. Do I have to hold that? It's very awkward. Honestly, it's not too complicated on how to play him. You just throw down your healing bot and then do your own thing. Oh, so you really... I don't know if that's a bug. It feels like I really got to hold down my shield button in order to really get the most out of it. Be careful with your shift because it does dash you forward in the very beginning, and it's easy just to end up going into corners or into walls. But you have your dash ability to either get back to the fight or get out of a fight very easy. Yeah, so it looks like you do have to hold it, which is kind of weird. Let's try it as ultimate. Very slow launching. Incredible healing and damage though, which is very nice. Obviously, like a lot of the flyers, and especially like Iron Man, you do not want to be too high up in the air. I don't know if he feels like a different type of Mantis almost. So this ring here, you want to stay in that, and if you are playing with an Ultron on your team, keep an eye out on that as it's a general healing over time. Oh man, he feels really good actually. Definitely not a backline type deal, although I don't really notice much of a damage fall off. Especially if you do have that team up with Iron Man, you want to be somewhat either middle or close to the front. And then it's just a matter of actually doing a bunch of damage and getting picks. I think Ultron is probably my favorite support at the moment. Coming from someone who has done a ton of Adam Warlock. You just have to aim your shots. It looks to be hit scan. And fires just a little bit kind of slow, but does great damage. Except for the last part of the shot. I'm getting a ton of healing over time, and I don't have to actually focus on it. The ultimate is super good. He's not complicated to play. If you haven't done a lot of supports, actually, I think he's going to be a very, very good pick for you. I think he's going to be the next person I do main. Ultron is a fantastic character. I was a little bit skeptical. I think if you do have a second healer at all, you're more than fine. So he's very simple to play. I don't think you actually need an Iron Man on your team in order to do well. Although it is very beneficial, I'm not going to lie. Because for the most part, it's just... you are fine enough with the healing. Oh my god, and your damage. That it's not a make or break, although it is very nice. I initially did think that you definitely needed to have that third support in order to really use Ultron well. That's not the case at all. I think it's going to really come down to your team management and you yourself doing a lot of damage. Because you can keep the team alive, and then you do have your second support to get in that good healing. You don't need to have 3 supports, although it will be beneficial, but you definitely don't need it. Especially since Ultron is very, very DPS heavy. This is a very fun and interesting character. For the first week, of course, people won't know how to play him super well. He'll be a little bit stocky. And if you do have one on your team, yeah, it'll be a little bit iffy. But to play him well, to play him practically, throw down your healing bot because of course you want that out as much as you can. And then be a good midline DPS. Don't be too high up in the air so you're being picked off by the snipers. And just do a ton of damage. And that's a wrap on this Ultron Marvel Rivals guide. Hit that like button if you're still watching, subscribe for more videos like this if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the next one. YouTube thinks you like this video next? Let me know if you do.